420, 420, or 420, pronounced 420, is cannabis culture slang for marijuana consumption, especially smoking around the time 4:20 p.m., and also refers to cannabis-oriented celebrations that take place annually on April 20th, which is 420 in U.S. form. 3-4. In 1971, 5 high school students in San Rafael, California, 5-6, used the term 420 in connection with a plan to search for an abandoned cannabis crop, based on a treasure map made by the grower. 7-8, calling themselves the Waldos, 9-10, because their typical hangout spot was a wall outside the school. 11, the 5 students, Steve Capper, Dave Reddix, Jeffrey Knoll, Larry Schwartz, and Mark Gravich 12, designated the Louis Pasteur statue 13, on the grounds of San Rafael High School as their meeting place, and 4:20 p.m. as their meeting time. 11, the Waldos referred to this plan with the phrase 420 Louis. After several failed attempts to find the crop, the group eventually shortened their phrase to simply 420, which ultimately evolved into a code word the teens used to refer to consuming cannabis. 7. Stephen Hager of High Times was responsible for popularizing the story of the Waldos. 14. The first High Times mention of 420 smoking and a 420 holiday appeared in May 1991. 15. And the connection to the Waldos appeared in December 1998. Hager attributed the early spread of the phrase to Grateful Dead followers. 16. After Waldo Reddix became a roadie for the Dead's bassist, Phil Lesh 12. And called for 4:20 p.m. to be the socially accepted hour of the day to consume cannabis. 16. April 20th has become an international counterculture holiday, where people gather to celebrate and consume cannabis. 3/17/18. Many such events have a political nature to them, advocating the liberalization, legalization of cannabis. Vivian McPeak, a founder of Seattle's HempFest, states that 420 is half celebration and half call to action. 19. Paul Birch calls it a global movement and suggests that one cannot stop events like these. 20. On that day many marijuana users protest in civil disobedience by gathering in public to light up at 4:20 p.m. 21. As marijuana continues to be decriminalized and legalized around the world, Steve DeAngelo, cannabis activist and founder of California's Harborside Health Center, notes that even if our activist work were complete, 420 morphs from a statement of conscience to a celebration of acceptance, a celebration of victory, a celebration of our amazing connection with this plant, and that he thinks that it will always be worthy of celebration. 22-23. North American observances have been held at many locations, including Australian observances have been held at many locations, over many years, including events have also occurred in Hyde Park in London 49, and Dunedin, New Zealand, at the University of Otago. 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. In Ljubljana, Slovenia, the University of Ljubljana's student organization has carried out several annual cannabis-themed protests that have contributed to the debate on cannabis status in Slovenia and the subsequent legislation proposals in 2018 by gathering responses from various political parties in Slovenia and ranking them accordingly. 56-57. In northern Cyprus, that is usually associated with strict drug laws and intolerance to cannabis consumption. 58. The first 420 event was held in the capital city, Lefkosa. On April 20, 2017, a small group of protesters carried out an event near the Parliament building and made a public statement, demanding the legalization of cannabis sale, consumption and production with state regulations. 59. As head coach, Philip Douglas Jackson, born September 17, 1945, is an American former professional basketball player, coach, and executive in the National Basketball Association, NBA. A power forward, Jackson played 12 seasons in the NBA, winning NBA championships with the New York Knicks in 1970 and 1973. 1. Jackson was the head coach of the Chicago Bulls from 1989 to 1998, leading them to 6 NBA championships. He then coached the Los Angeles Lakers from 1999 to 2004 and again from 2005 to 2011. The team won 5 NBA championships under his leadership. Jackson's 11 NBA titles as a coach surpassed the previous record of 9 set by Red Auerbach. He also holds the NBA record for the most combined championships, winning a total of 13 as a player and a coach. Jackson is known for his use of Tex Winter's triangle offense as well as a holistic approach to coaching that was influenced by Eastern philosophy, garnering him the nickname Zen Master. Jackson cited Robert Pirsig's book Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance as one of the major guiding forces in his life. He also applied Native American spiritual practices, as documented in his book Sacred Hoops. 2. He is the author of several candid books about his teams and his basketball strategies. In 2007, Jackson was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. 3. In 1996, as part of celebrations for the National Basketball Association's 50th anniversary, Jackson was named one of the 10 greatest coaches in league history. 4, 5, 6, 7. Jackson retired from coaching in 2011 and joined the Knicks as an executive in March 2014. 8, 9. He was dismissed as the Knicks team president on June 28, 2017. 10. Jackson was born in Deer Lodge, Montana on September 17, 1945. Both of his parents, Charles and Elizabeth Funk 11, Jackson, were Assemblies of God ministers. Elizabeth came from a long line of German Mennonites before her conversion to the Assemblies of God. In the churches that they served, his father generally preached on Sunday mornings and his mother on Sunday evenings. Eventually, his father became a ministerial supervisor. 11. Phil, his 2 brothers, and his half-sister grew up in a remote area of Montana in an austere environment, in which no dancing or television was allowed. Jackson did not see his first movie until he was a senior in high school, and went to a dance for the first time in college. 11. Growing up, he assumed he was